Hi, this is Jerzy. We are in Merbisch am See and we are testing the DIY crane, which I built for about 100–150 euro in less than a week with a pan and tilt head. Apparently it works. Awesome. Oh, I just wanted to take the phone picture and I forgot that the phone is actually on the crane. Might have to reframe the... So you see this, for instance, this tripod, the other one is more stable. So this is our first test of a DIY crane. We just took it out for the first time ever. So let's put the camera first. So I'm using quite heavy camera and should withstand it. 2.5, 5 kilo. Not moving. Get the cable. Where's the phone? Okay. I have to think of something for this cable. Yeah. Gutter tape. And now that's the beauty of the phone now. So you don't need any HDMI cable or anything like this. You just plug this USB. Let's do the focus. Now this thing is moving. Let's do like... We are at f8, so it doesn't really matter. Something about 1.5 meter. Okay, it's running. It is running. I have to move this a bit lower, but it's quite nice. Ah, this is nice. Some practice. Tamas, look at it. It took us a bit longer to set it up and to get it into the car, but it works. Okay, it's a bit wobbling because this pier is wobbling, but it's awesome. And we're going to do some more tests, and now I'm going to talk about how I built this thing. Go completely down, yeah. with so like tilt. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but go more. Like Hmm? Okay, yeah. I think you can go completely 90 degrees. Yeah. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Jerzy, and we are, guess where? We are in Merbish again, but today the weather is fantastic, and the camera crane is actually, the camera is above me, and can you go a bit higher? I think for the time being, this is more or less where it can go, but for instance, if I'm going to take some nice pictures and I'm on a tripod, it might give me a nice bird's eye perspective. And now if you go down, so yeah, excellent. And well, we are not really doing any pictures today. It's clearly a test of the crane. And after this, probably I already found out a few bits and pieces which I have to correct. But in principle, it works perfectly. And if you rotate now, yeah, you pan the head. Yeah, so like go completely from one side to the other, and now go, yeah. So this is a DIY pan and tilt head. Yeah, you can go. Sorry, I'm sneezing. You can go a bit faster. now actually, well, maybe okay. With one hand, it's probably difficult. Like sort of you panning and going down, up or down, yeah. So yeah, we are in Merbish. We are testing my DIY camera crane, and apparently it works. Awesome. Yeah, we need additional 1 meter, or like when we get this tripod with a solid tripod. So basically, the base is way higher.
It's awesome.
Yeah, now try to sort of, yeah, so I'm going out. So you can pan. So actually, yeah, if I'm going, for instance, on the pier, can you see me? This is awesome. Oh, I just wanted to take the phone picture, and I forgot that the phone is actually on the crane. And now go completely down to the water level. We might have to move it closer to water. So basically we could get like a view from water level. But we would have to move the camera, the tripod. And now go sort of and tilt down at the same time. Yeah, just stay. Yeah, so go up with the crane. The camera goes up, but it's tilting down. Yeah, but you have to synchronize the speed. That's what I was saying, that if I have those manual holes, it can be automatic. Too fast. Yeah, it needs practice. But otherwise it's good. I love it. This is Tamas. I wanted to say, and you are watching Guitar Mania, but this is not Guitar Mania channel today. This is JBPhotography. And I wanted to show you the first ever test of the DIY self-built camera crane, which you can see now, for about 100 to 150 euro. Excluding the tripods and the tripod head which I had, but all the other materials, including the weight, the counterweight, was more or less included. It took me about a week and a half to build it, but actually it took me longer to experiment and keep changing the ideas. The first version was built with the normal head, where I was putting just I had the plate here, and I was mounting the tripod head, and I could manually pan and tilt. But then I thought, let's do something more complicated and do, let's say, full, well, not really automated, manual, but pan and tilt head. So this thing is tilting and panning, and you can do it with a little bit of practice, which I think we have to learn. Yeah. You can do simultaneous moves. So now, for instance, you see, if you don't touch the handles, actually will keep the angle as the crane should keep the angle. But now, if you tilt down, so the camera, as you see, is tilting down. So I can go all the way, like in completely 90 degrees vertical position, and it's silent and it's smooth, unless we start jumping on this pier, on those wooden panels. And at the same time, now the camera is panning to the other side. So the length of the arm from the support to the beginning of the head is 170 centimeters. The whole panel, which I was using, was 2.5 meters, but I wanted to keep more or less 1/3 on to have a counterbalance. I don't want to use too much strength to operate it. Aluminium square tubings. This one is relatively thin. It's just to hold the head in a position. The upper one is actually, there are 2 aluminium square tubings, and I bolted them together because my original idea when I built the first version, it was only one, but the thing was wobbling. I mean, this camera is, what is it, 2 kilos, 2.5 kilo? And then depending on the lens which I'm going to use, it might be even more. So I could see that only the one beam was sort of like bending too dangerously. So I thought, let's give it more support. The head, I mean, classical type. The only thing what I was using to operate it are the normal bicycle brake wires. So I'm not sure, is it steel or iron? I think they are iron. But also the first version which I did was with too thin cable, and this cable was too flexible. So I had too much. I didn't have too good control over the head. So I used the much stronger ones, and it seems to work. On this side there is 5 kilo, 7.5 kilo at the moment, the counterweight. Now, another thing which I wanted to really improve was to have a LCD screen. And I was looking at the different options to buy LCD screens using the HDMI output. And then, okay, why should I buy LCD screens if I have an Android device, phone? And then I started to Google, and within 5 minutes I found 2 or 3 different options. And one of them was to use the Android application for €7 or €6.99 called DSLR controller, and it works with a normal USB cable connected to the camera. So you don't need to use special HDMI cables, you just use the USB, and you can with this application you can fully control the camera which is on the other side, including the focusing and changing the settings, ISO, shutter speeds, white balance, etc. So in principle it works more or less the same as the Canon, what is it called, EOS utility or something, or DS, yeah. But the problem with, and there is one also for iPad and iPhone, don't get into water. The problem with this original Canon application is that it supports only the new cameras, which is what, 5D Mark III and the 6D using Wi-Fi. So I couldn't use the 1DX here, and I couldn't use the 5D, which I don't use it now, but I'm going to use. But this thing via USB basically supports every camera. So it works perfectly. And this is it. And we're going to do some more testing. I'm concerned here about the stability of this particular tripod, because I see it's a relatively heavy tripod from Manfrotto. But this support here it's like a sturdy plastic. The head is strong, but this thing is sort of wobbling. So I have to come up with either use a different tripod, which I was using during the build, which is actually filming now, or buy the speaker stand and come up with a better option. But otherwise, I love it. We have Tamas here now filming. Oops. Now you have more experience than I do. Yeah. What would be good is to have the zooming option, but maybe I'll think of something. Move it here. Yeah. Well, that's why it's the test. Yeah, so we are doing, and I couldn't really test it at home because there is in the room there is not enough space, so we had to take it out. And I thought this nice backdrop, and especially today is a really nice foggy day. It's, what is it now, 4 o'clock, and it's still foggy. So I really like this. So like move it like what, by sort of 10 centimeters, 15, yeah?
Yeah, something like that, because then you can make it with two hands, because you have now to move the height of it. You have to move it with one hand down, and you have then just one hand free for this. If you're there, you can push it down and up. Because
yeah, but that's easy. So basically,
yeah.
I moved those pieces to basically here.
The cables.
Drill a hole here and just.
Yeah. You have to extend the cables. That's the only problem.
Yeah. Problem. It's not a problem. We just get this wire cable. This is like what, €1 cable. But I think I have to also fix something here, because you see it's. But okay, it doesn't really matter. But otherwise, hang on. This one is up.
Yeah. Maybe you have to write it on it.
Yeah, but I love it, and then it goes. Yeah, that's why. Okay, I want to go like from the other side. So basically, if you hold it,
yeah, then it stays in the.
It stays more or less in the same position.
That's cool, yeah. So it's smooth.
I want to get closer, like
okay.
to the water. Okay. High security strap. Now I have to think of something different, especially when we are on the stage. Actually, this side is easier for me. So maybe I will move the screen on the other side. But this is definitely a different angle. Nice. Yeah, it needs a little bit of practice, but we'll get there. Wow, look at the view. I love this. That's why I love it. I might use it as a footage simply. Look here. We are just now at the very edge of the pier, and now we are going to do some nice low-angle shots, basically from the water level, and testing how it behaves. Actually, we will also speak about what sort of improvements I want to do in the next few days. But otherwise, I'm really happy with the results. So this is more or less the test. What I realized, I have to fix a few things. First of all, I forgot to get the clamp here so the weight is not moving back here when I'm going into a very low angle position. I think all this mechanism with those pulleys I will move to about 20-30 centimeters towards the end here, so it will give me more freedom of movement, and all this section which is holding those iron wires will also go backwards a few centimeters, so then I don't have a limit going into a vertical position, so I can go another good 10-15 centimeters higher. And yeah, then I have to file and make those shapes round so it doesn't hurt anybody, but for a test it's fantastic. And I have to do something with those cables so they don't fall over in water like it did today, but otherwise it looks perfect. Oh, I have to fix the handle.
Yeah. And mount this on the other side. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, this is just to get unscrewed here and screwed here, so this is... Actually, I forgot to mention, to hold the phone, so the holder here is a simple iPhone phone device, mobile device unit which you use in the car, and you simply clamp it to your windshield. So it was in the car, I took it from the car because I don't need it anymore, removed the suction cup, screw it in, and it looks like it belongs to the place. So you can easily change the position however you wish, and it works, and you can still use your phone. So I think this is it for a test. Let's pack. I might do some pictures during the sunset because the weather is really nice. And see you next time. This was Jerzy from Merbisz am See.